Bonjour! My name is Emily Doucet, and I'm your child's grade 1 French immersion teacher. I wanted to just introduce myself because, unfortunately, due to COVID, you probably haven't met me in person yet. Um, so, I've been at Tantallon for the last 4 years, my 5th year here, and I absolutely love it. And I love grade 1 as well. It's a really, really fun grade. So I wanted to show you the classroom first because you haven't been able to see it in person, and I figure you might want to know where your child is every day and what it looks like and what they're doing. So follow me. First of all, we have all our lovely stars of the class. Um, Up here, every morning we have a morning routine. So we do the calendar, we do the date, we do the season, we do what weather it is that day. We're working on our days of the week by saying yesterday it was this day, today it's this day, tomorrow is this day. We have a very large fishbowl here where we are counting the days of school, or we're getting to the 100th day of school. So we do groups of 10 small fish that get eaten by the big fish that color, and he's got 10 fish in his belly, and then we work on counting by 10 using the big fish. Over here, I've got our letter of the day, or next few days. So we're going to be working on la lettre I, and the sound that it makes this week on Monday. So we're going to be focusing on a couple of letters every week until we get through the whole alphabet, and we're starting with vowels. And I always write a message to the class every morning. We read it together, and then usually whatever letter we're working on, we try and find that letter in the message. And then later on, we work on blended sounds in the message, or punctuation, capital letters, things like that. So it's pretty interactive. Back here is a big open space. So this is where every morning, first thing, we have sort of morning circle time. So we sit in a big circle, and that's where I'm trying to really get some oral French language structures in. So we've been working on a different question every few days. And the question for today was, quel est ton animal préféré? What is your favorite animal? So I ask the question, I model how to respond to it, and then I ask each student the question and they respond in turn. It's really good for working on oral language skills and also listening to their peers. Back here, we have our big bucket, our seau. On veut remplir le seau. We want to fill the bucket. So we made a list of class expectations together, and all of the students signed it on the first day of school to agree to all the expectations. And when we're doing really well and we're following those expectations, Madame will put doves, a little bingo dubber, I do dub. And we are trying to fill the bucket, and then when we fill it, we get a class prize. So the children are pretty motivated by it. They're pretty excited. They want to fill the bucket. And when I do the dogs, they're very, very happy people. If we move back here, now this looks pretty blank right now because we're just at the beginning of the year, but up here we have A and O, which are our first two sounds and letters that we've done this year, and I will continue to fill this. So this is our sound wall. The kids can use it to refer to when they're writing to help them sound words out. And then here we of course have our alphabet, and this is going to be our word wall this year. And right now we've put up all the names of the kids in the class. But over time, we're going to be adding a lot of high frequency words so that the students can look at this and refer to it and find words that they recognize to use in their writing. And then behind me, we have a lot of lovely student work. This is mostly art right now, but I'll be changing it up every couple of weeks to show what they've been working on. And if you'll follow me to my guided reading table, I'll chat about a few other things that I really would like you to know about this year. So I'd like to talk about language arts first, French language arts. So we have 3 different strands. We have speaking, listening, reading, writing, and appreciation of the French language. So all of these are really intertwined. And a lot of the time we say, if you can say it, you can read it, and you can write it. So anytime in literacy we can really combine oral writing and reading at the same time, it's very beneficial. Now I'm going to start talking about home reading. So that's not going to be starting for a couple of weeks. But when it does start, your child will have books coming home one day, a particular reading day, every week, and then they'll return their books a week after that on that same day. Try and make it, something that you're doing every night with your child. You're reading with them. You have a nice, quiet spot, a comfortable spot to read together, and you'll see them progress for sure. Build it into your routine. A few reading strategies that might be helpful once you're doing the at-home reading are things like looking at the pictures, sounding out the word. Maybe if you don't know a word, skip it and finish the sentence, then come back and reread the entire sentence. And another thing, some questions, that maybe you might want to encourage your child to ask themselves are things like, does it look right? Does it make sense? Does it sound right? And in terms of math, so we have all the different strands, numbers and operations, patterning, measurement, geometry. But I just want to talk about a few of the key concepts that your child will be working on this year. So we are doing things like counting to 100, skip counting by 2, 5, and 10, adding and subtracting to 20, representing numbers to 20. And then when we get into geometry, it's 2D and 3D shapes, sorting them, describing them, mass, length, volume, capacity, and area for measurement. And really I'd like to make a strong focus in math on using math language, problem solving, and flexibility with numbers. All the other subjects, health, science, social studies, art, are all integrated into language arts and math. In terms of assessment, I do a lot of observational notes when I'm walking around the class while the children are working. I do journals, I do interviews with the students to ask them questions about their knowledge and how they're doing and what they're thinking. And sometimes we do the old school paper and pencil tasks. So I hope some of this information was really beneficial to you. I wanted to keep it not too long. But if you ever have any questions or any concerns at all about your child or what's happening at school, please feel free to contact me via email. You can put a note in the pochette rouge. I really look forward to a great year with such an awesome group of students, and I look forward to working with all of you to support your child's learning. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.